What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for tapping in. If you've been here, thanks for rocking with me. So I want to go ahead and get on this update about the whole Eric Adams situation. It's getting a little bizarre for me. All honesty, I don't like Eric Adams. I'm looking at him like a snake in the grass. Either way it go, um, even though he wasn't really riding with the Democrats, even though he wasn't riding with the Democrats, um excuse me people, with this whole migration thing, um I still feel like he has other things in his closet that he's trying to run away from. And do I agree with this move from Trump and his administration? No, I do not. But at the same time, I understand where they're coming from with this, um because like before, this was supposed to be dismissed without prejudice. So that means they can always bring the case back up. Um, Trump wasn't pardoning him from anything. He was just having them. He wanted the DOJ to dismiss the case. So let's just hop right into the news update that they put out, because everybody's talking about it now because everybody's so up on this quid pro quo stuff. Why rah this, why rah that. But we'll get into all of that in a minute. Let's hop into the video.
Home and are defending their deal on immigration. Adams has agreed to help ICE deport violent criminals. This as the fallout continues over the Justice Department's order to drop the criminal charges against Mayor Adams. It's leading to a shakeup at the Southern District of New York. And here's a look at the key players right now. Acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Bove directed the U.S. Attorney's Office to drop the case. That led to the resignation of top prosecutor Danielle Sassoon. Jay Clayton is awaiting Senate confirmation, and he is President Trump's top pick for the job. Political reporter Marsha Kramer is here with more.
Well, Cindy, Mayor Adams says charges that the deal with ICE is a quid pro quo for getting a get-out-of-jail-free card in his criminal case. He says it's just plain silly, but that hasn't stopped questions about whether he's fit for the job. Sources tell me Governor Hochul is trying to decide whether to remove him.
Come on, this is silly.
Mayor Adams on Fox and Friends addressing the controversy that has rocked the city. A flurry of Justice Department resignations over the order to drop criminal charges against him and charges it was all part of a deal to cooperate with federal immigration agents to deport violent immigrants.
Think about that.
Now, see, this is my rationality behind all of this whole thing because, like I said, initially, the justice system, the Justice Department wanted to say, hey, look, put it on pause for right now. Let us do what we got to do because he's cooperating and we having a lot of trouble in a lot of these other cities where these guys are at to apprehend him. So why don't we just put a pause on it, let him think he free, y'all keep investigating, and then y'all come back to him. But no, these people up and quit and said, I'm protesting against it, and now it may get dismissed with prejudice. So that means without prejudice, I do believe if that's how it go, either way, they won't be able to bring these charges back now. So really, like I said, do I agree with it? No, but it's the lesser of two evils in the situation we in because they just caught one of the ringleaders that took over the Aurora, Colorado apartments out there in Brooklyn, New York. I think it was Brooklyn. They caught him out there. He fled from Denver all the way to Brooklyn, and not only that, they caught 9 of them in New York alone. 9 of them in New York itself that were smuggling guns. So you run the risk of putting somebody that's going to let them stay. If you take if you take Eric Adams out of play, now do I say, hey, he's a innocent man? From what I understand, no, he is not innocent. Do I believe he should probably face some type of repercussions and stuff? Yes, I do. But all honesty, in this type of situation we in, the country has to come first. And like I said, the DOJ and all of them at first was not saying you cannot bring the charges up later. The charges could have been brought up later. They was just, and see, depending on which news source you was looking at, some people will say they was hoping that the charges wouldn't be brought back up, or thinking that the charges would just be forgotten about. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying, because that was what the DOJ is thinking amongst itself. Let's finish the bigger problem, and then y'all gonna handle the smaller problem. And that's why I'm like, I don't get it. Why would you protest, resign, and quit if you didn't have some type of arterial motive? You know what I'm saying? Because you're in a position where you can argue this in the Supreme Court, but instead you quit. So that's why I'm like, it sounds real suspicious, and because at the same time, I do not think this man is innocent. So don't think when I'm saying that this man is innocent, all I'm saying is that it just don't make no sense to me. Where if you having a chance to appeal what the DOJ is saying, to just go ahead up and quit. But that's just my opinion. Let me just finish this video out.
Think about that. Think about my attorney, Alex Spira, one of the top trial attorneys in the country. Imagine him going inside saying that the only way Mayor Adams is going to assist in immigration, which I was calling for since 2022, right, is if you drop the charges. That's quid pro quo. That's a crime.
Governor Hochul reacting.
The allegations are extremely concerning and serious.
Yes.
But I cannot, as the governor of this state, have a knee-jerk, politically motivated reaction.
This as the mayor and President Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, made a joint appearance to tout their new level of cooperation. Cooperation that includes the mayor agreeing to sign an executive order to allow ICE agents on Rikers Island. The union representing New York City correction officers had this to say.
We haven't been briefed on the full scope of how things are going to be, but we welcome them. I mean, you know, they handle themselves professionally. Our officers that have worked with them in the past.
Homan says their meeting yesterday changed his view on Adams.
I've called the mayor out many times for not stepping up when it comes to public safety threats. But I tell you, when I sat down with him, I saw the cop in him. And he really does want to do the right thing, because he is a cop. He's a lifelong cop. And so he wants to help take public safety threats off the streets in New York, make New York safer.
But it's not like the two men agree on everything. Like the sanctuary city laws, Adams wants changes, but also wants to protect the undocumented.
If they are going to school, working, paying taxes, then they should be able to provide police services, hospital services. Children should go to school.
I'm strictly against sanctuary city status just because I think sanctuaries are for criminals.
Now, adding to the mayor's woes, the Staten Island Democratic Party has apparently decided to endorse former Governor Andrew Cuomo for mayor, even though he still hasn't decided whether to toss his hat into the ring.
Oh, so now they want to bring Andrew Cuomo back. They want to bring Andrew Cuomo back. Oh my God. See what I'm saying? Like, it's just like you point out the man doing stuff, but then you start to do, you know, it's just like all of this weird stuff behind it. It's like, okay, if it's this and that, then let it be this and that. But then it's like now 7 people want to quit because they can't get their way at the moment. And that's, again, it's the justice system, and nobody should be above the law. I understand it. But for you to just up and say, hey, look, since I can't get my way with this right now, I'm going to quit. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. But you know what? That goes to show you that this is somebody who is going to be totally against the agenda. Now, like I said, I do not agree with this at all, to be honest with you. But where I do see the understanding at is that New York, like how Eric Adams said, he still wants some type of sanctuary city status. So if he even, so it's like, I know what he doing. He being a ninja. He trying to finesse his way out, and it's working for him so far. So hey, I'm not gonna hate on the brother for finessing when you can finesse. But at the same time, it's like, hey, I'm gonna call a spade for the people who don't know, so that you understand where, like, because I'm telling you from a black man perspective, I think he did it. $100,000 worth of luxury flights. That sound like a black man. Plus finessing $1 million out of the public funding to go to your campaign contributions. Yeah, it sound like somebody my color do. I know him. I seen them. You know what I'm saying, in corporate America. So they not excluded from it. But There you go. It's they running stories all day, but essentially all it is they dismissing the case. So they're gonna be sitting up here trying to spin it, depending on which news outlet you're looking at, ABC, NBC, CNN, whichever one you're looking at. It's gonna be spun a different way. But in all actuality, coming from a regular American citizen, I'll tell you like this: what it is. He even still talking about keeping undocumented immigrants. So if he is cooperating with ICE now to get the criminals out of the city, but you take, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it because that's just what is going on. If you take Eric Adams out the spot, who are you gonna put in there to keep getting the immigrants out? When he's already still wanting to keep he still wants to keep that status alive in some form of way. So I could just imagine who else will be able to come up in power around there. You know what I mean? So hey, let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Blues man out of here. I'll never do it again. See y'all.